This is an ABP Live Podcast.
Hi guys, you're listening to another episode of Bollywood Binge and Beyond on ABP Live Podcasts with me, Niharika Nanda, and it's the Valentine's week. Already Valentine's Day aa chuka hai and love is in the air, and what better to celebrate love with than with some beautiful pretty couples, and that is what we're exactly going to do. Today we have Ritvi Shah and Sarthak with us, and they're such a beautiful couple. I think all those people who are fans of Ritvi already know them pretty well. मुझे कुछ ज़्यादा explain करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. We've already seen them together. So hi guys, how are you? Welcome to Bollywood Binge and Beyond.
Thank you so much for having us. Oh my God, this is so exciting.
So let's start from the top. How did you guys meet?
Oh my God, it's not a love love cute meeting. It was
Right.
on a dating app actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's not a problem. I think that's very common these days. So, was it like an instant connection, or did it take some time to sort of develop and, of course, reach the point where you are today?
It
So,
did take some time. right?
Yeah, I think it did take some time, but at the same time, I kind of knew where this was gonna go, if that makes sense. So like the first time I met him,
Right.
I kind of knew that he was my person. It's kind of bizarre to think that way, but yeah. I remember after our first date, I texted my best friend saying, I think I found the one. I have that chat still. So yeah.
So you kind of went all Ted Mosby over the whole thing. I
Yeah.
found my one.
Exactly. But Ted ko to time lagta hai, par ho gaya
Right.
hamara.
That's really nice. So, what are your Valentine's Day plans?
Secret.
Okay. Well, I have no plans, but he especially does. Okay, sorry.
Okay, so probably there is some surprise coming your way.
Let's hope.
So okay, then I would side with Sarthak here and I wouldn't ask anything ahead. Otherwise, surprise बिल्कुल ruin हो जाएगा.
Oh my God, it's the worst. Like he cannot plan surprises around me because I do it for
Okay.
myself. I'm just too smart.
Right.
I figure it out always. So
Then I would say, Sarthak, you better pull this one off so that she knows that you can plan good surprises for her as well. Okay, so tell me this: how long have you two been together?
Okay,
We have
so
3 years. Yeah, 3 years and some
and 7 months
7
almost. Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. So in this entire period of being together, how has the experience been?
Has been good.
Yeah.
A lot of learning, to be honest.
Lot of learning, unlearning
Yeah,
from
unlearning.
past relationships, whatever we had carried, like the baggage, as
Right,
we say.
right.
A lot of unlearning of that for sure. We came from the relationship background of like having trust issues, as
Okay.
always.
Right.
That happens, and it was a learning curve for sure. It was a lot of I think I wouldn't say a lot of downs, touch wood. We have been, I don't know, privileged to not have a lot of downs in our relationship. But yeah, long distance we
Long
did for
distance,
a
yeah.
few months, which was,
Mm.
oh God, brutal.
Right, right.
But yeah, we're just happy to be here now.
So
And we're still
since
learning,
yeah,
for sure. We're
yeah,
still
exactly.
learning.
It's a learning process, I would say.
I don't think
It's not
we ever are going to be in a position where we're going to stop learning things about each other or just things
Exactly.
about relationship in general, changing our ways.
That's
So
it.
for all the people who are out there on dating apps and getting restless because they cannot find their one, what do you like to say to them?
Be there, you will get someone.
Exactly. Yeah. And
Keep
honestly,
trying.
when we found each other, we weren't really looking.
Yeah, true.
So
So I
Oh, so the age-old thing, you'll find someone when you're not looking.
I guess, I mean, for us, it was true. I don't know if it's true for someone else, but at least for me and him, he was very adamant on not having a relationship when we met. And I was like,
Okay.
yeah, like, I only want casual. I don't want anything serious. And then
here we are.
here we are.
So how did this transition happen from not wanting a relationship to then wanting one?
It's
So I think
him.
this one's for
Like,
you since
it's
you were
us.
It
so
happened over time. So in the beginning, I wasn't very sure of having a relationship. I was just going with the flow, you could say.
right,
And
right.
eventually everything settled up and so I found the most comforting thing. So I was able to find comfort with her. So that's why I think it happened.
That's really sweet. I think
Yeah,
comfort is a
yeah.
very
True.
important thing because what I have seen in a lot of people, even a couple of my friends, is that you sort of create a facade for yourself of who you
Mhm.
are because you don't feel that comfortable showing your real self to the other person. And this
Sure.
happens a lot. So I think if you guys found comfort in each other, I think that's the most beautiful thing to happen for anyone for that matter.
For I mean, if you are comfortable around someone, you kind of just sort of start trusting them.
Hmm.
And that is like,
Right.
step one of a relationship. And
Definitely.
think
Definitely.
about it to be doing this over long distance actually because we met. And
Hmm.
in 10 days, I think I had to go back to the US because I
Oh
was studying
God.
abroad. And
Right.
in those like few months that we were, doing long distance, literally I told him, you do whatever you want, I'll do whatever I want. We'll see if we can keep in touch and then we'll see what happens. Because I didn't want to be bound by something that,
True.
was just 10
It
days
was
old.
so
It was
new.
not realistic.
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But then, it flourished over the months, and then very soon I quickly realized I didn't really want to be with anybody else. I wasn't really interested in other people that I was finding on dating apps because,
Hmm.
they
Yeah.
didn't interest me anymore. Yeah.
Right. That's really nice to know that, even at such an early stage, as you said that after your first date only you were sort of sure that he was your person. So I think that's really nice to know so early on in a relationship and to want to pursue it. A lot of people even hesitate from actually going ahead and pursuing it and
But also,
showing
don't get
interest.
me wrong, we weren't like in an actual relationship, like we didn't call it official
True.
Right.
until it was a year.
Almost a year.
Yeah, a year.
Hmm.
So like whole year, because I had too many trust issues from my past relationship, I told him, I will tell you when I'm ready. And
Right.
he very patiently was always there, and he waited, and on our 1 year, like of meeting each other, like anniversary, I actually asked him to be my boyfriend because I told him that I was ready, to trust him. He had to earn the
That's
trust,
so nice.
obviously.
But it's okay. He showed up and he was there and he earned it.
Exactly. He kept his word.
Brownie points.
So, what is your favorite way to sort of spend quality time with each other?
Just chill, watch a movie at home.
Honestly, it's not something grand. It's
Hmm.
being in
It
other's
doesn't has to
presence.
be always. It has to be something
Exactly.
really
Because some
nice.
people they think that it has to be something like very complicated, but honestly, it's just us being
Yeah.
in each other's presence. Maybe just napping, literally.
Cook food.
Cook food together. Not together, I would say, because I cannot cook food with him. I just need my
Why?
space. Oh my god, he keeps butting in, and I do not like it.
I
love
like it clean. I like it. I don't like the.
Yeah, and when I'm
really
cooking,
messy.
like it gets messy. So I'm like,
Yes,
let me cook
absolutely.
first. Let
I'm a
me cook
messy cook as
first.
well.
Exactly. So let me cook first, and then you can just clean it up afterwards. And it kind of works. I love cooking, and he likes to clean. So like, it just works.
Works pretty well, I would say.
It's balances.
Balance.
Exactly. Okay, so let's play a game. It's called Who is More Likely to? I think it's pretty much self-explanatory. I would give you a situation, then you both have to tell me amongst the two of you who is more likely to do that.
Done.
Fine? Okay, so who is more likely to embarrass themselves in public?
Just last night.
I would be.
Okay, I need the tea. What happened?
He dances very funny. And
Okay.
everyone knows this. Okay, I'm not saying this just to be mean. But oh my god, whenever Sarthak dances, it's like, those like uncles at weddings. They're like,
Mhm.
I'll just clap.
or he's just like,
Okay, clapping is like the perfect,
yeah.
uncle wala move. Okay. Who is more likely to laugh at the wrong moment?
She would be the one.
I cannot hold my laughter when I
Yeah.
see this moment. It's like, oh my god, my fight or flight is terrible.
Okay, your fight or flight is laughing.
Yes.
Okay. Who is more likely to pick up fights?
Pick up fights. Okay.
Uh,
I know
has
you
to
want to
be-
point at
it's too Ritvi.
because he does things, and then obviously you have to address it. So I
Hmm.
wouldn't say fights. I would say discussions.
Okay.
We don't really, like,
No,
we
not
don't
not
really
not between
fight.
ourselves though. But if
Yeah, with
someone
other people, him.
it has to be.
I'm gonna like literally kill him.
If someone does something wrong and it affects me, then only I fight. But you fight with them if
No,
it's okay.
if it affects me, then obviously I'll say something, na. But he,
Right.
someone's like, let's say if someone's just like doing something, he just like, please stay. किसी को भी गुस्सा आएगा, कोई ऐसा देखेगा तो.
Aiga. Obviously, that's a normal reaction, honestly.
So
Okay, so who is the one who solves fights? Who is more likely to solve fights?
what? No.
Solving people's fight. I
Absolutely
go, I
not.
see what the fight is, then I go.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Between
Hmm.
us, it's me, because I want to talk about it. That's
Hmm.
why, and I'll talk about it and I'll open up my feelings. And obviously, he has vulnerability issues, so he'll take his own time and then he'll come up to me. So I would say I will solve the fights.
Hmm.
But when he was mentioning that he goes
Crowd.
and solves
Me.
other people's fights, he doesn't solve other people's fights, you just go and watch it. Like, like
I'll
Rasta
take
Pe koi-
tips.
Rasta Pe
Tips
koi
from those fights.
fight hota hai na, खड़े रह के वो देखेगा, फिर पूछेगा सबको क्या हो रहा है. फिर वो मुझे आएगा और मुझे solution बताएगा कि ऐसा ऐसा करना चाहिए उनको to solve this. So
Right.
I solve the fights.
you don't
Eventually,
really solve it.
deduction.
You have an opinion about solving it.
Okay. Who is more likely to get late on date nights?
She has to be the one. She'll just keep getting ready until the date night eventually ends, and then she'll be the
Oh
one.
God.
It is for you.
Yeah, true.
It is for you. So, win-win.
Right. Okay, we can consider it that way as well. Who is more likely to gate crash a wedding?
Okay, I really want to. I haven't
We haven't
yet.
done it.
Yeah,
But
but,
I would do it.
honestly, yeah,
I
I
would do it.
I don't know. It just seems fun. But
does.
now I have the risk of like, what if someone recognizes me?
Right.
And then
That
they're
is,
like,
that is
I would do it.
so whose wedding
big
is
deal.
this?
You can say you're from the groom's or the bride's side. Big deal even if they recognize you.
हाँ, but उनका नाम पूछ लिया तो क्या करूँगी?
जब enter करते तो
Then फंस जाओगे.
He has already thought it through, by the way.
Hmm.
If you see Sarthak at someone's random's wedding.
Arey, go and crash. That'll be the perfect crime. Do it together, I would say.
दोनों साथ में बर्तन
दोनों
धोने
साथ
लगे।
बर्तन
एक
धोएंगे.
प्लेट एक बाउल
Okay. Who is more likely to land up in jail?
Oh, end up in jail. You?
Maybe for like filming somewhere where I'm not
where
supposed
you're
Yeah,
to.
where you're not supposed to.
I have to document
She would be the
stuff.
one, yes.
Yeah, so
When they're telling you no, she will be the one. When it's written that you don't,
I love
you
to
can't
document
shoot,
stuff, and I like to like play with my own rules sometimes.
and land up in jail.
Okay. And the last one, who is more likely to forget important dates like anniversaries?
Me. I don't
But he
really.
hasn't yet forgotten any. But I'm
Okay.
more of, this question is more of who's likely to remember all everything. Then
Hmm.
and that would
Right.
be me, because I remember like when our first kiss was and like first date, all that
Right.
stuff. But he remembers the other
Dates.
important dates.
Dates, I remember that.
So and I hope that doesn't go away, because
I've
that is
written it
not
down.
what I
I've written it down already.
बोलो. कैलेंडर में मार्क कर दिया है, तो भूल ही नहीं
बस
सकते.
फिर तो
Reminder आई
भूलने की chance ही
जाएगी.
नहीं, अपना pop-up आ जाएगा.
Ah.
Okay, so that was it for who is more likely to. And it was pretty fun, I would say.
I won,
Okay, so-
definitely. And the
That's
more
why I gave you
interesting
the crown.
one.
That's why I
and the
gave you
more
the crown
interesting
before
ones.
the game even ended.
So
I gave you the
clear.
crown before the game even ended.
I make a relationship so much more interesting.
Okay, so it's been 3 years that you guys have been dating each other. So do you guys remember the first gifts you gave each other?
Yeah, I remember I gave you that postcards.
Oh, yeah, it was a handmade gift Sarthak gave me.
Oh, that's so
So it was,
sweet.
yeah, so I was going back to the US
First time.
after we met. So like, you know, the 10 days were over, and then I was going back to the US. My God, it was so, I just didn't want to leave. And I had never felt like this. And because of him, I'm gonna tell you, from that moment, I've had separation anxiety because of him, because I just couldn't
Wow.
handle like getting away from him. So the 10 days were really impactful for me. But on the day that I was leaving, he gave me postcards. Postcards होते हैं ना, तो उसपे लिखा था उसने, like, for I think it was like 7 or 8 postcards, and he wrote stuff on it with our pictures on the side, and then just like things that what he loved about me, or just like just little cute moments and what he wanted to say. Maybe वो बोल नहीं सकता था, so he like wrote it down, and he gave it to me, and then I was reading them at the airport and literally crying like a baby. It was yeah, but
Okay,
that
so
was
you
the
also
first.
had your perfect, ideal airport moment as well.
Yeah, because of him. Yeah, like I've never been the one who cried at airports, and I always look at people and think, why are they crying? But I was the one that day. Someone was definitely judging me.
That is such a sweet gesture, yeah. That's really sweet.
Yeah.
And what about you? What was your first gift to him?
I surprised you,
Huh,
if that counts. So I came back for winter break, which is in December. And
Right.
मैंने उसको कोई और ही dates दी थी कि मैं January में आऊंगी ऐसा, like for just like 10 days or so.
अच्छा, okay.
And मैं बहुत जल्दी आ गई. And I remember like he had just woken up, and I still have this video of us meeting. Like, you know, I'm surprising him. I still have it somewhere in my highlights on my Instagram. But yeah, he was just like,
I
he
had
just
a party
couldn't
the
believe.
earlier night.
Yeah,
That was-
he had a party the earlier night, which was perfect because he wasn't checking up on me, or he wasn't like, you know, hi, how you doing? He wasn't really texting me. And मैंने उसको friend को बोल दिया था कि
So
उसको
her
ना busy
friends,
रखना.
her friend sent me photos of her. Random
Okay.
some cushions and everything were set on the bed just to show that she's still in the US.
Sleeping, and I'm still in the US. I am a master of planning.
That is perfect cover up, I would say.
So that's why she ended up in jail early. So you see, the dots are connecting now.
But yeah, I do things, go out of my way to make sure that my surprise is not ruined. And I did. And then he was so surprised the whole day. He just could not believe I was there. He was in shock, literally. वो react ही नहीं कर पा रहा था. He's like,
Right.
like, I cannot believe you.
Are you here? Are you pinch me? I think it makes sense also. It's not like you are just, in another city or just in the same country. You are flying from
Yeah.
like so far away. So it makes sense. The reaction was pretty legit.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
managed to lie. Like, oh my God, lying to him was the hardest. Like, I had to tell him that, okay, I'm going to be busy this day because I have a conference and this and that. And
You told me
yeah, and he's too smart. The thing is, like, I really do have to plan it out because he really is too smart to figure it out. But then at the same time, he won't really question me.
Right.
This, that. So it can, that trust kinda, I can just abuse it sometimes.
But that's also for his benefit only.
हाँ, वही exactly मैंने वो justify कर लिया है already.
Right. Okay, what is the best thing that you think that there is about your relationship? Both of you.
That we can still let our inner child out in front of each other. And again, it comes back to comfort, right? So everything that we weren't able to express or go through in our past relationships with our parents, all the other relationships, we can, exactly, we can do that with each other.
And we are still private individuals also.
Yes.
So there's
It's very
We are
important.
together also, but we are also
Yeah,
separate.
so
We have
have
separate lives.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I have my own separate life. I have my own separate thing going on. He has his own separate thing going on, his own separate life. But then we also have a life together, right?
Hmm.
We cherish all the moments we learn from each other's lives and things that we learn. So I think that is very, very important
Very
in a
important.
relationship to have individuality.
Yeah.
Hmm. After all, the relationship is a part of your life and not your life.
Exactly.
True.
Very true. Exactly.
Okay, so you've been together for quite some time. So what do you love, hate, and tolerate about each other? You have to tell me.
Something you go.
Love the food which you cook, lasagna particularly. Hate.
Okay.
Hate anything. Nothing to hate, but to tolerate, I tolerate the mess everywhere. So,
Yeah, I'm very messy, not dirty in particular.
but messy.
Yeah, but messy, as in like my clothes are everywhere. That is all. Because I shoot something and then it's a mess,
Right,
and then I'm too
right.
tired to clean it up, and then I have to clean it up after like a few days because you know to so much work I
You know,
have.
everyone has
But
that chair which is piled up to the top.
we
with
have
clothes.
we
chairs.
have
Two, 3.
three chairs.
Oh.
I have this special influencer, content creator.
Chair.
Yeah. Okay. What do I love? I love that he is able to make me laugh whenever I don't want to. Like, you know, he makes me laugh like nobody else can. Hate, I do have. Hate. Actually, hate and tolerate दोनों को mix कर लो. It's
Okay.
a snoring. I was so adamant. Dude, when I was like dating in general, I was so adamant. I will not date a guy who will snore. And voila,
Yet you are-
I have the guy.
Here you are.
Little did you know.
I wish I knew, but yeah, I tolerate and slash dislike his snoring. But you know, he makes sure that he doesn't snore as much by like you know, side pe sone ka, like
Right.
I don't do that. You make
I
me do
make
that.
him.
Okay. So, one last game for the interview is that how well do you know each other? So, again, very self explanatory. I'll give you a question. Both of you have to tell about each other in the same. Okay. So, what is your favorite food?
Mine.
Ritvi, you have to answer for Sarthak, and Sarthak, you have to answer for Ritvi.
Okay. His favorite food. Oh my god. He has a lot of favorites, that's why. Don't laugh. It's the lasagna that I cook. It
One
has
of
to
the
be.
favorite.
Yeah.
Hmm.
तेरा top है क्या कोई?
Top है.
Oh shit.
नहीं,
नहीं है. Oh.
बस गए.
क्या है?
तो बाद में.
बोल नहीं. He even doesn't know, guys. This point is mine. This point is mine. He even doesn't know.
अरे you ना भिंडी. Yours favorite is भिंडी. भिंडी सब्जी.
In the healthy one. But in भिंडी के अलावा.
Pizza.
Sarthak. It's funny.
Okay, so both
Pani puri is street food.
know the answer to this one. Okay, now give us the real
Oh,
answer.
I got. Both of us got one.
He did not
Both of
even
us got one.
take my point. देख रहे हो?
सबको एक एक
देख
मिला,
रहे हो
एक एक
सब?
मिला. I'm not serious. You have your point. I have.
You should not be getting a point, is what I'm gonna say.
2-1.
Okay. Okay, fine. Not a problem. So the next one is something that really puts Sarthak in a bad mood. Ritvi, you go for this one, and something that really puts Ritvi in a bad mood. Sarthak, you go for this one.
You go first.
I'll go first. Hunger. When she's hungry, she's in a very bad mood.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Go with
Hangry.
Hangry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even you get hungry, but okay.
Hmm.
Oh, it's in bad.
2-1.
No, wait. Like he really is not a person that goes in a bad mood very often. I really do not. What is it?
2-1.
What is it?
2-1.
But you don't. Do
Okay,
you know
two
your
one.
answer?
But how would I know
Just
the answer? You should know the answer.
अरे but do you yourself know the
I
answer?
know.
क्या? बोल ना. देख उसको पता है ना बोल.
Acha, Sarthak, now you can reveal it. Now you can reveal it. Now Ritvi has lost the point.
So bad mood, I never usually go in a bad mood.
See, That's the
I
answer.
don't have a Barbie.
Okay, then
Oh,
then
nahi
so yeah,
hota hai.
Ritvi was right. It's 2-2, yeah. Not done. She didn't lose
दे
a
दिया
point this
और एक पॉइंट दे दिया
मेरा ही
दे
है
दिया और
point.
एक
मैं
point.
बोल रही हूँ.
Okay, now we'll go the other way around. Something that puts you in a good mood instantly.
Something that puts Sarthak in a good mood. Oh, sleeping.
Hmm.
The opportunity to sleep anywhere and everywhere uninterrupted. Is that.
Perfect. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Even in parties, I'm not
I
gonna tell you.
can
Even
sleep
at
anywhere.
parties, even when
Who sleeps at
anywhere.
parties, yaar?
At the
He's
end
the
of
party
the party.
pooper.
At the end of the.
In the middle of the party,
So I decide the end of the party.
I have proof. I have videos.
Okay,
Literally.
when did this happen?
Literally last weekend, हम लोग बाहर गए थे with all our friends, and we are all here just
I had driven
having
for.
fun.
I had driven for several.
You had the opportunity to
So-
nap in the middle, and you haven't, so it is all on you. But we're literally partying, we're dancing, and this guy, he's like,
So I told them, let me sleep for 15 odd minutes. I'll
"Uska
wake up and
15
come back
minutes
again.
दो
They didn't let me
घंटा
sleep. So I was just dancing while sleeping on the floor.
party
Wow,
pooper.
that's a new talent. I've heard that you were sleeping while you were dancing.
Yeah, he can sleep anywhere and everywhere. He's Nobita.
Right. Okay, so what about Ritvi? What is something that puts Ritvi in a good mood instantly?
Good food. Yeah, good food would be the answer.
And
That's nice.
good clothes.
And good clothes, yeah.
Yes.
Coming from a content creator makes sense.
Has to.
Yes.
Okay. What is okay, yeah, now you have to share an incident about each other that really embarrassed the other person. So Sarthak, you have to share an embarrassing incident for Ritvi, and Ritvi, you have to share an embarrassing incident for Sarthak.
So
Go
many.
first.
So many. I have to choose from. My God. Oh my God, yesterday. Oh my God. Yesterday. Last night. There's a rapper he likes, and I'm not gonna name the rapper, but he
Yeah, you
likes
can name it. Right?
because I don't want to call anybody out. But anyway, it's a rapper he likes. And
Okay.
this DJ was playing all the great songs and all that. He already उसको वहाँ पे पूछ के आ चुका है कि इसका सॉन्ग बजाओ, और वो डीजे ने बोला है कि हम नहीं बजा सकते क्योंकि मेरे लिस्ट में नहीं है. ओके, हो गया है, खत्म हो गई है बात. He has pushed me for 15 minutes like तू जाना maybe तेरी बात मान
Maybe
लेगा, कि मान लेगा. Go there and embarrass myself because I personally don't like the rapper. He does. And I now am associated with that rapper. Now that guy knows. And that guy knew me. He knew that I was a content creator. He knew me as Ritvi. He knew him as Sarthak.
God.
And now we have been associated with that rapper in his eyes. And I was just so embarrassed. Like, this is one of the things, you know, like, sote waqt aisa embarrassing moments ka bola lineup nahi aata.
Flash, the
ये
flash.
one of the lineups ये होगा मेरी life में अब. It will always stay with me.
दिखा रही थी वो ना बोल रहा था.
So ultimately, गाना बजा कि नहीं बजा?
नहीं बजा.
नहीं, because
Wow,
list
मतलब
में
it
नहीं
didn't
था.
decide to what you
फिर
wanted
end में मैंने
to.
घर पे आते वक्त बजा दिया फोन पे.
पर उसकी लिस्ट में नहीं था, तो वो कैसे मैंने उसको बोला कि how does it make sense? How can he
Right.
play? That's
At the
what
end, at the end.
हाँ ओए.
Okay, a guilty pleasure for both of you.
Where he has
No,
to
I
say
don't have any
an embarrassing moment.
So once when we were heading to Delhi, I believe we were at the airport. It was pretty crowded, pretty messed up. There were
Okay.
huge queues, and we had to go. It was, I believe, it was. We were short of time to board the plane. Right? So check-in bakira, we had check-in baggage, everything. It was a huge queue. Everyone was waiting patiently. They were announcing the flight numbers, and then everyone had to go. I don't know what happened to her. She got so angry. I believe she got a bit.
Because the management was not proper. And it was, mind you, this was 5 in the morning. I am sleep deprived. it was my birthday, so uske pehle ki night we had party, so I was a
yes,
little bit hungover as well, and I was just not having it. And morning Ritvi is not the Ritvi you met with. Like, I'm not a morning person at all. So
Right.
just seeing that mismanagement was just, oh my god, so frustrating
Pissing
for me.
you
So I
off.
was like,
She
what
was
is
just
happening?
finding ways to go
To
about the
go
queue.
on a trip. I was, because everyone was doing it. I was like, fine, तो मैं भी करती हूँ. मेरी तो birthday है, मैं तो करूँगी.
We did end up in the we did end up at the very beginning after fighting, or you couldn't not fighting,
Not
but
fighting, but
making
I
ways to
made my way through the first. I was the first person.
and we were and the flight actually we sat there at the gate for around 20-25 odd minutes doing nothing. We eventually sat. So at the end we were like, why? I was like, why?
Why so
Why?
much effort? You could have just
मुझे
stood in the line.
That was
मुझे
the only
खड़े
reason.
नहीं रहना था. मुझे शांति से बैठना.
Hmm.
क्योंकि I was just not having it that day, and it was my
Right.
birthday out of all days.
Right.
So allowed है. Birthday के दिन
चलो.
सब allowed है.
बात तो सही है. And it's okay. मतलब you wanted to sit and you got your time to sit and rest. So चलो ठीक है. It was worth the effort. Okay, now tell us a guilty pleasure for each one of you.
So his guilty pleasure is, as I was saying, watching fights just happen. Tarak Mehta, watching Big Boss, which I do not understand.
And her guilty pleasure is watching Vampire Diaries one after the other.
Love
Every
the
day,
show
the same
so
show
much.
goes on.
Because it's like, you know, the show is playing in the background, I'm doing my work. And it's
Right.
a good show.
Why to?
Okay,
Why should we
listen,
get-
hold on. Vampire Diaries, he has also seen.
हाँ, I have also
वो
seen.
बोल रहा है
But
मुझे, पर
तारक
उसने
मेहता को
already-
टॉप नहीं करता हूँ.
ये guilty pleasure मुझे नहीं पसंद तारक मेहता इतना.
Okay. A celebrity that Ritvi wants to go on a date with, and a celebrity that Sarthak would like to go on a date with.
What?
I would like to go on a date with
No, you have to tell me. You have to tell mine. Oh, you have.
It would be one of those One Direction guys.
There's one specific one.
Harry Styles. Harry Styles.
Come on. Of
Has
Even
course.
I was about to guess that one.
Mine.
Yours is
Cousin.
who's that chick from Bond movie?
Hmm? Another
Anna
Mas.
de Armas. Yeah. It's very
Oh.
pretty.
Okay. That is a popular choice. Recently, I had another interview with another creator. Same answer.
I would say Sanjay Dutt or
Sure.
Ranveer Singh.
Ranveer Singh Santu. That's sure for him. But yeah, Anna de Armas, I think it's for you.
Okay. Favorite films?
Favorite film.
So,
Hmm.
Sarthak's favorite film is probably one of those comedy classics like Bhagam Bhag or
Bhagam
Chup
Bhag,
Chup Ke. Yeah.
Ritvi's. Has to be rom-com.
I don't really like
Which one?
It's not the one that
The
you're
Letter.
thinking
Wait.
about. What?
Notebook.
No, it's not my favorite.
I don't know. You have any favorite?
I don't have a favorite. I have favorites.
Right.
एक तो बोल. एक तो बोल.
Bulan, the Notebook.
नहीं, Notebook is not in one.
10 things I hate about you.
नहीं.
Oops.
He's naming all the rom-coms he's seen and it's true.
Right.
Blonde.
Right.
Blonde girl, like, oh my god, it's legally blonde.
Legally blonde.
Hmm. Legally blonde. Right.
No, it's
Intern.
Crazy Stupid Love. Crazy Stupid Love and this How to Do the Valentine Days.
Oh, that's a classic, I would say.
Yeah, both classics. So
Okay.
उसको एक point नहीं मिल
मिल
रहा
गया
है by the way,
मुझे
guys.
point. आधा point.
मुझे आधा एक भी अच्छा नहीं बोला उसने. नहीं, मेरा point नहीं है.
Okay, the last one, a little tricky one. How many exes do each one of you have?
Ritvi has one. Two.
Sagar has two.
Two?
Do you? बोल रहे right?
Two.
How many exes do you have?
What's the magic number?
I don't remember his exit. Sorry, no,
Which is a good sign, technically a good sign,
yeah.
but we
But
still need a number.
he
How
never
many did you
talks
know?
about
How many
his
did you say?
two.
No, two. Concrete
Two?
two.
Sure?
Concrete two, पर फिर आजू बाजू का गिन के पता है.
Okay. So I would say you two know each other good enough. There are small
Places
things
to
that,
learn. Things to learn.
Things to learn.
yeah, things to learn.
knowledge.
As you said, learning throughout the journey.
For sure. I think the number of years and stuff, like if when people say oh तुम 3 साल से हो तुमको तो सब आना चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं होता है. I think the time does not matter at all.
Time does not matter. Right. And all these things you'll keep on learning throughout the journey. Otherwise, अगर बातें ही खत्म होगी तो फिर point ही क्या रहेगा?
हाँ, देखो.
Exactly.
Okay. So the last question, share a memorable moment with each other, but like you two have to do it individually, or if you have a common one, then that's great.
We have so many.
हाँ. The Goa trip was the most memorable moment. So
Yeah.
my last birthday, right?
Yeah, I'd planned a trip to
Trip to
Goa
Goa,
with
Goa.
his
Okay.
with his best friend and his sister, and
Hmm.
four of us we went to Goa, and I think one of the things that I know about him is that on his birthday especially, he doesn't want to be alone.
Yeah, I like
he
to be
wants
with
to
my people.
spend time with either me or someone he knows, like someone close. So I just made sure that that day or those days. So उसके actual birthday तो हम लोग ने घर पे celebrate किया सबके साथ, and then I gifted him like a Goa trip. Yeah.
That's really
That
sweet.
was- yeah.
So you made sure that on his birthday he had everyone that he loved around.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost everybody.
Almost everybody.
Whoever was available.
That's such a beautiful thing. So wishing you both a very, very happy Valentine's Day. And I hope you guys have fun. And thank you so much for coming to Bollywood Binge and Beyond. It was such a pleasure talking to both of you.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much for
much.
having us.
This is an ABP Live Podcast.